Hello guys! Oh, we're not very central. There we go. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Thomas Daniel Ince and I wanted to talk about wanting to become a sperm donor. And so someone at my work had a baby through a sperm donor, and it really got me thinking about children, and like whether I'm gay, so I wouldn't like have any biologically if I didn't donate sperm. And it got me onto the topic of looking and in being interested in becoming a sperm donor, because I like the idea that in 18 years someone reaches out and finds me and is an offspring, and it's something that isn't really spoken about, and people don't really talk about um, like raising children, um, or not just raising children, but being the biological father or mother of children, and then seeing them um, once they get 18 or older, seeing how they've lived their life, and seeing if anything about you is in them. And so I was very fascinated with the idea of having a child through sperm donation, and being the sperm donor. And I began doing some research and got in contact with a company, and because I've got schizophrenia and had psychotic episodes, I had to put in the biography, um, what medications I'm on, and because I've had psychosis, it's technically a hereditary, which means that it can be passed down through the genes, and which means I won't be able to have children uh, through that system. So I won't be able to donate sperm because I've had psychosis, and it's very. I told my friend about it. I was like, "This is my plan. This is my idea. This is what I want to do," and then it came back. The test, not the test, but it came back once I had done the questionnaire. It came back and they said, we won't be taking this application any further because you have had psychosis, and you're on medications for it, and it's hereditary, and it can be passed down to the child. And I found that very upsetting. And my friend said, "Oh, that's heartbreaking, Tom, because that means that you're not going to be able to have any children um, that are biologically yours. I'll always be able to adopt if I'm accepted as a parent, if I'm able to provide a loving and healthy environment, which I'm sure I will be able to. Um, yeah, it makes me really think. I'm 30 now, and it's a huge time. I'm now in a new decade, and I've let go of so many things that I've wanted to do in the past, and now it's come to a point where I'm starting to think about, I'm starting to think about my children, and especially since my niece and nephew have come into my world, and I guess if anything, I'm gonna have to see them as my sort of next in kin, because I don't have any children of my own biologically, but I'll maybe be able to adopt or foster in the future. So um, yeah, but it's made me it's made me quite sad that I won't be able to have children biologically, and yeah, I just wish I didn't have this disease because it um, makes me so fearful of things, um, and like things that most healthy people don't have. But in every other regard, I'm a healthy person, a healthy human being, and um, there would be a high chance, I guess, um, in me having children that they would also have psychosis or suffer from some form of mental illness, which is quite sad. But yeah, it just makes you think. It makes you think when you can't have something, you kind of want it more. It makes you want to, like, I don't know, fight for the fact that I would be able to um, have a child, and maybe I will adopt and or foster in the future, and maybe that's my destiny, if that's even a thing. Um, so yeah, it's very um, not traumatizing, but very I'm very reflective now that I've reached 30, and now I'm taking time to ask about what I want to do in life, and um, what I, the things that I kind of need, and ask myself, you know, my idea was that if I gave sperm now at 30, I'm a pretty good age, it's pretty healthy, and it's only gonna it's only gonna get worse as I get older, and I thought that in 18 years from 30, I would be 48, and that would be a really interesting and good at time to meet the offspring, the girl, the woman, or the man that I would have had um, biologically. So yeah, I guess that's not going to happen for me, and maybe that's a good thing because they won't have to suffer from an illness. Um, but my parents didn't have psychosis, and they never had psychosis. It was actually my granddad on my dad's side. His sister had schizophrenia or some form of mental illness, and she was either well or she wasn't well. She either was with the family or didn't spend any. Spent all the time on her own, and I didn't know much about her. And it's strange that it's missed my dad, and it's missed his sisters, and I don't have any that we know of any mental illness on my mum's side. So um, yeah, I find it quite upsetting, but I'll I'll carry on, and I'll gain some strength again, and maybe in a few years' time I'll update everyone with a newborn that I've adopted, or or maybe a youngster that I'm looking after. I don't know, but I would like to be a father. I think I would make a good father, and I think I'd be very loving, and I'd look after um, the baby, toddler, child, adult, teenager. um, just like most people would, just like how my parents did for me, because no one wants to be on their own forever, and I think some people are made to be parents, if you know what I mean. Some people are really good at being parents, and I would like to say that I would probably make a good parent if I stayed well. If I didn't stay well, then touch wood, like I have been doing for the past year and a half, maybe longer. Um, so yeah, so that's my little vlog on how I wanted to become a sperm donor, and they said no. So lots of love. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, all that good stuff. See you soon.